Welcome, boys and girls, to the CCI trading channel. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to use TradingView and the basic stuff. Okay, I'm not going to be talking everything in detail, just the basic things that you need when you are trading. So if you are not in our Telegram channel, click the link below and join our Telegram channel where we give you market updates and market ideas weekly. All right. With that being said, guys, TradingView is a platform that we use to analyze and to trade the market. So you can click in the link below also if you want to, get access to TradingView. So this is TradingView, and this is the software where we do our analysis and all that stuff of our charts. Okay. So on this corner right here, you will see your watch list. All the pairs that you're trading, you can literally add them on this list just by clicking here to add symbol. And you can add all the symbols right here, and then they will start showing up here once you click the plus button. So you just click the plus button and then you will see those instruments appearing right here, all right, on the side. I have basically created a whole, category of things by, adding here all of this specific, type of instruments that I want to see, so you can literally have your daily watch list. You can have your whole, watch list of instruments. You can have features, and all that data, and you can have also your weekly watch list. So you can create your own watch list depending on what you are doing and what you want to achieve with your trading. On this top area right here is the time frames. Okay, so the time frames are basically brought here. You can add your custom intervals if you have a pro version. Okay, if you have subscribed, then you can basically add your own custom intervals, and then it will give you on the type of candles that you want to see, with that time frame. So you guys can literally add a star to a time frame, and then that time frame will start showing up. So example, if I want to add 3 months, okay, or let me just say 3 hours, then you see 3 hours is shown up here. So I can click on it, and then I can see the 3 hour time frame right here. Okay, like so, as you can see right here. So my analysis now is showing us that on the 3 hour that there's a high chance that Euro USD can still continue falling down, and then we can see the market going deeper and deeper down. So if I click on the 1 hour time frame, then you guys can basically see the 1 hour time frame right here, the 30 minute, the 5 minute, the 1 minute. Okay, so all of that is being presented once you click on the time frame. So maybe you just want a few, then you can make sure that you don't, start a lot of, intervals, and then you will start seeing that they are becoming few on the thing right there. Okay, you only see the time that you're using. So the other thing that you can also do is you can just click, on 5 and then click enter, then it shows you the 5 minute time frame, or 1H, then you see the 1 hour time frame showing, or 3H, then you see 3 hour, or if I want to see the 1 week, 1W, and then it shows me the 1 week time frame. But if I want to have favorites, then I can literally click on this, just click on the time frame there, and then I can add my intervals that I usually use right there. So depending on your preference, guys, you can do that. And you can like go around and see what you like. So let's say that you don't want to add anything to your watch list, but you want to search a certain instrument. Okay, so you can still search by clicking on this top corner without adding it to your watch list, and you can just write, the name of the instrument. So maybe I'm looking for Nasdaq. Okay, so I can click Nasdaq, and then here it shows us different, brokers or companies that are providing the data to us. So usually I use, Oanda, or I use the index Nasdaq itself to see Nasdaq, So then you see Nasdaq instrument is not showing here without showing up here on the watch list that is here. So if I want to hide the watch list, I can literally just click it, and then my whole chart is showing right there. So let's say that I want to add indicators here. If I want to add indicators, you can just click on indicators, and then you will see your indicators will start spawning right there. So you can literally click and share search the indicators, okay, stochastic, like this. And then once you click on the indicator, then the indicator will show on your chart. All right, but I'm not interested in that. So the next thing is alerts. Okay, alerts. How do I add alerts? Right there, I can click there to create an alert, or I can just click anywhere on the chart. Let me say that, for example, I want to see I want to get an alert on my phone. All right, on my phone, whenever price is doing certain things, then I want to see an alert. Then I can just click on the chart where I want to see the alert, and then I can click add alert, and then boom, there at that place, you see, created. So once price comes here, then it will give me an alert. It will notify me on my cell phone and also on my computer that price has reached this area. All right, so that's the power of having alerts. That's what alerts can do, and it's actually an amazing thing that they have put in on this platform. So moving over to the tools, here we have all the tools that you're going to need. Like most of your tools are going to be here. So I have actually added favorites of the tool, or my favorite tools that I usually use here. Okay, the tools that I use. I don't really use all of them, but mostly I use some of them here. So once you click right there, then you can see all of the tools, appearing. You can use them and see which ones you like and which ones you don't like according to how you're trading. So these are all the tools. If you want to add them on your favorite, you just favorite them, click on the star, and then basically they start appearing on your toolbar, and then you can save all of your tools right there. If you want to see the previous alerts that you have, you can just click like there. You see Nasdaq crossing, it's active. If I want to cancel it, I can just cancel it, and then boom, it's gone. So if I want to see all the drawings, that I've done all over all the charts, and I want to remove them in bulk, I can just right click here, and then I can basically, click on object tree, and then I can click on this top area right there. I don't know if it's visible for you guys. Okay, it's not visible. Let me just move my camera. Okay, again, here you click right there, and then you guys will be able to see, what's happening right there. Yeah, then you'll be able to see what is happening there, and then it will give you something like this, a big bar like this. So let me go again, click there, and then you will see all the instruments that I have drawn on, and I can click here on the dustbin, and then it just deletes them. I can click on those instruments and see, what my ideas were and all that stuff, right? So that is the beautiful part of this whole thing. I can be able to maneuver and delete some stuff quickly. I can just easily click and then delete everything, or I can just click on this arrow and then I'll see all the instruments there, and I can delete them one by one, or I can just bulk delete for gold just right there. Okay, so if I want to modify my chart, okay, I just right click here, and then I go to settings, and then I go to symbol, and then I modify the charts to how I want them to look like, the colors of how I want the body to look like, and all that stuff. So these are basically my settings of how my things are. Maybe you can just copy them, but basically you don't need to copy me. Be authentic, be yourself, have your own style of how things work. For those that want to backtest, and do all that stuff, you guys can literally go back to the past by studying the market. If you have a pro version, you can also do it on lower time frames, like in real life. So you just click replay, and then you can literally go back in the chart, and then you can backtest the market. You can make like you're trading in real life, and then you see the market moving, and then you study how price is moving like that. You can put your long positions, your short positions, and all that stuff, and you can study. And once you're done studying, you just leave the thing, and then it will be back to the way it was. So that is the beautiful part. So since I already have my favorite tools right here, I don't need to go all the time here to use anything there. So let's say that I have drawn all these things, but I want to see the market from a clear perspective. Then I'll basically just click here, and then everything will be gone, and I'll be like, okay, this looks right. So boom, then all my drawings are back again on the chart. So that is also one important thing that you can look out if you want to have accurate touches on certain drawings. Like for example, let me just go to AUD/USD, and let me say that I want my line to, you know, touch a certain area, right? So I can take this and then put it right there, but it's not accurate. It's not touching the low. So what I can basically do is click on the magnet. You can click on the arrow and then see weak magnet, strong magnet. Okay, it depends on how you want the thing to be accurate. Okay, I usually use weak magnet. So when I'm using the magnet, usually it will stick, you know, to the nearest area, you know, tip of the candle. All right, so it helps me. And if I don't want to use that feature anymore, I just click on the magnet. Or if I'm like trying to use a instrument that I don't want to stick, I just click control on the keyboard, and then you see there it is not showing, but once I remove control, it shows. So those are the tiny things that I also use with that. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? the the important, yeah, screenshots. If I want to use the screenshot features and all that stuff, I go right here on top and then click on this camera icon. And once I click on the camera icon, you see a menu displaying there, and then you see image, download image. You can download the image or you can just copy it. Usually I just copy images and then I drop it to my community, and share with them what I am looking for. Mostly for guys that also want to write some notes and stuff, there are so many tools here that you can go through. Like for example, I use Callout, and then I just click there, and then boom, I can write something here, you know, like and share the video and sub. So you see, I can literally be creative with what I want to see in the market. So just for me to have a memory of what I want to see, I can literally, you know, click here and then say something about what I'm, you know, looking at. Yeah. So I have saved some templates on my chart and all that stuff. So you guys can literally click over here and you can create a new layout, and you can save your layout. So once you have saved it, you just right click on the chart, right click on an empty space of the chart, and then you can see all of those things here. So I can click on dark mode, and then boom, my chart becomes dark, you know, all of everything is just black. And this is when I'm focusing on the chart, you know, when I'm focusing, this is what I use. So there are many ways on how you can approach the market. I have my own preferences. You can have your own preferences. Don't copy anyone. Be you, be authentic, because at the end of the day, most of your time you're going to spend with this chart. So it is very important that you focus on yourself and how you're approaching the market. So guys, I hope this video was useful for you. These are the simple, you know, easiest ways of, oh wait, one last thing. The way that I add categories on my pairs is by right clicking, all right, on an instrument, and then I click add section, and then you will see, then this thing appears. Then I can literally write anything I want to write here, and then I can put those pairs under. So example, let me show you. Like here, you see bearish. If I'm expecting bearish movement, okay, this was last week, I did not organize my things here, so please don't take this as analysis. So if I'm bearish on all of these instruments, then it's under that category. If I want to hide it, I just click and they're hidden, you know, all of them are hidden, and then it looks like there's nothing. So I organize all my pairs, you know, after I do my thorough analysis, and then you see all of the other pairs that I'm not trading are here. I hide them, and then I know which pairs I'm bullish on, which pairs I'm bearish on, depending on that week. And then the pairs that are ready for analysis or trading, I add them to my daily watch list. And then at the end of the day, I hide the others and I'm only looking at my watch list. So that's how I organize my charts and get my charts ready for the week. With that being said, guys, like, share, subscribe to the video. Tell me if you enjoyed this video. If you want me to make other more videos like this, or more in depth, or maybe other things that you want to learn about, maybe you want to know how to use MT4 on your phone, simple stuff, I can do it for you. God bless.